Hi, everyone. I'm Jacob. I'm a machine learning engineer and developer evangelist here at FiftyOne. And today we're going to be talking about the week 3 plugin in our 10 weeks of plugin series. And that is the YouTube player panel. So this is a panel within the FiftyOne app in which you can watch YouTube videos. And here you can see it's at Jacob Marks /51 YouTube panel plugin. And you can install it by doing FiftyOne plugins download and then passing this GitHub repo's address in here. It all revolves around this operator open YouTube player panel right here. There's 3 ways to access it. So we're going to hop on over to the app and show you how to do it. So here we're in the app, we're looking at the Cocoa 2017 validation split, 5,000 samples from that. And we can see this button here. So this button says Open YouTube Player Panel. So if we click on that button, then we can go right over to here and we've got this panel. And just like all panels in FiftyOne, we can kind of move them around. If we want to, we can change how these things are arranged. We can look at it like this if we'd like, but let's go back to what we were doing before, where we're just looking at it like this. And you can select from the drop down. You can select whatever video you'd like here. You can start playing them. And this could be useful if you want to follow along with a tutorial as you are within the app, as you're going about your workflows. You could also click this, so switch from one of the preset videos to from link. And for instance, let's say I want to pass in this link right here. I can do that and it will update and then I can watch that here. So you're not confined to the specific videos that are preset within here. Now, we opened this YouTube player panel in one particular way, and that was by clicking on this button right here. But there's actually 2 other ways we can do that. So one of them is if we click over to this plus sign over here, we see a bunch of options. And we won't talk about the rest of them. Some of those are built in, some of those are other plugins. But here we can click on the YouTube player button and we would get this as well. And the third way is through the operators list. So if you hit the backtick or tilde button on your keyboard, you get the operators list, and we can search for YouTube within that. And we get our Open YouTube Player panel. We see this is the specific name of the operator that we saw right over here. And when we actually go to click that, then that opens up the panel right here. And it's that simple. It's really that simple. And the YouTube player itself may be valuable to you. It may not. But I think the true value in this plugin is what it shows about what's possible with FiftyOne plugins and creating your own workflows and journeys within the FiftyOne app. So this plugin was written as a combined Python and JavaScript plugin. Let's go to the GitHub repo and take a look at the code so that we can see what's going on under the hood. Like all plugins, it's got this init.py right here, and this is where the Python code is. And so we have this open YouTube panel right here operating. So this right here triggers an open panel operation, and this is opening a YouTube player panel. So we can see that right here, and it's being registered. And this YouTube player panel, well, what is that? And that actually is that's something that is defined in the JavaScript code, which I'm going to show you in a second. So you can kind of go back and forth between the Python and JavaScript, and you can access operators defined in one and the other. So here we are creating this open YouTube player panel operator. And what that does is it is opening this panel, which is a component defined in our JavaScript file. So let's hop on over to that file and take a look. So the JavaScript code is going to be in this source directory here. And here we have it's actually a TypeScript file. So we've got a YouTube player plugin file here. And we've got a YouTube icon. And this is an SVG right here. So this is a vector graphic, and we've used a fill of white here. This hash FFF is saying that it should be filled as white, so it shows up that way in the app. And then we've got this YouTube embed, which embeds the YouTube video here. So this is actually an iframe, so it's an interactive. It's a HTML kind of mirror. It's taking HTML that is happening on another page and rendering that for you in real time. And then we've got the default export here, which is the YouTube player panel. And this is what encompasses all of the logic around the panel itself that we have defined. So we're not using a built-in panel. We are defining our own panel as a JavaScript component here. This is and apologies if I don't get all the syntax or all the terminology right, because I am not a JavaScript or TypeScript programmer. And that is part of what's beautiful about this, is that I am a Python programmer. And as a Python programmer, I was able to do this because it's that simple. So we have this YouTube player panel, and we have this list of videos, which is the preset videos we saw in our list. We also have this setting state. So basically, this is what allows it to update its internal state of these variables as we change things, as we interact with the state of the panel. There's some more stuff to just handle this logic around which of the sources, whether it's the link or one of these preset videos. But all of this is just one particular way of doing things. This is just a set of logic to control a user's interaction and show them a particular journey within the app right here. And this is very simple, but the point is that you can make this as complicated as you want. You can go crazy with this if you really want to. And you can have things be as interactive or as stationary, as static as you'd like. But this is registered, this YouTube player panel is registered so that we are then accessing that within our Python init file. And you can create as many of these panels as you'd like. These panels are really just your canvases for creating whatever interactions you want, either for yourself or with other users. And I'm not going to go too much beyond that, but everything here, these text fields and all these other components right here, these are all right here. So this box, typography, select, menu item, text field, these are from Material UI. So these are React Material UI components. And again, I am not a JavaScript or TypeScript developer, but it's just so simple to take these off-the-shelf components and to plug them in to create your own UIs within the FiftyOne app. So you can, with very little JavaScript and TypeScript knowledge, create your own Gradio style interactions and journeys for users. And those can involve YouTube videos or they cannot. So I hope that this just shows you how easy it is to create your own plugin that defines this new unique set of interactions, even if you are a Python first developer like me. So stay tuned for more panels and more custom interactions to come. And as I continue to learn what some cool tricks along the way, I will continue to convey them to you. Thanks so much, and stay tuned for our upcoming plugins.